So, I want to welcome a very good afternoon to everyone, first of all. And I welcome you again, all the participants and our guest and eminent speaker of the day, Dr. T. Pavan Kumar, in this second day of workshop on IPR and IP management for startups. So I welcome you, sir, and over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Naranjit Kaur, and thank you very much. And good afternoon to all the participants present here. I'll just share my screen. I think without spending much time, let us go into the session directly. And
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just let me know whether screen is visible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is
And
visible.
are the slides moving? I'm just moving them.
No, sir.
No?
It is on the first slide.
Achha, then I think I have to stop it again.
Yes.
Now?
Yes, sir. Now it is moving.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
So good afternoon. Welcome back to this program. Today, in the second day, we'll be discussing on the topic understanding of patents. We'll look into the aspects of patent structure, types, and criteria. This is the layout. I'll be giving some introduction. Then we look into the exact structure of a patent. What are all the different components goes into the patent document. Then some types of the patent from different countries, how they appear, and what are all the information that goes into their respective patents. Then at the end, we'll discuss on what is called patentability criteria. So any kind of invention, if it satisfies patentability criteria, then only it gets eligibility for award of the patent. Otherwise, it will be rejected. Sometimes, as an inventor, you would be the best person to judge the criteria. Finally, we'll also take up some examples to understand the criteria of patentability. So like we discussed yesterday, a patent is a contract between the government and the inventor, which is an outcome of your creative idea, for which government gives the right to stop others. It is called as a techno-legal document. We also know that it's a conditional grant. Whatever rights you get, they are the conditional rights. Always it has got balance of rights and obligations. It is also subject to other laws of the land. Always granted to the owner of the invention or their assignee. And now please look into this. A patent as such can be divided into 4 parts. The first part, or the very first page, whenever you see a patent document, the very first page is called as bibliographic data or bibliographic information. In this part, you'll be seeing the title, and there'll be some numbers with respect to priority number, application number, publication number, patent number. These numbers will be there. Then corresponding dates for this kind of progress with respect to priority, then filing, publication, issue, or grant date, and you'll also notice an expiry date. And there'll be some names, the inventor names as well as assignee names. Suppose if you file a patent from your college, you will be the inventor, your college will be the assignee or the owner or the applicant. So here the applicant, assignee or owner, they are one and the same. And you'll also find some codes which are called as classification codes. There'll be different kinds of codes in all kinds of patent documents. You will find international patent classification codes, whether it is an Indian patent, US patent, Europe patent, whatever it may be. And especially in case of American patents, you also find US classification codes in addition to the international patent classification codes. If it is a Japanese patent, you will also find Japanese classification code in addition to the international patent classification codes. And then you will find the abstract. You'll also find some citations both backward and forward. And there are some specific numbers or patent numbers which are called as family members. For example, you have filed a patent in India for your invention. And then for the same invention, you also filed a patent in US, in Europe, in China, and in Japan. So therefore, in this case, the numbers or the patents filed in all these different countries are called as family members for the patent filed in India. So therefore, a same invention can get more than one patent in different countries. All those are called as family members. So this is about bibliographic data. After this, the second part is drawings of the invention. In case of chemistry patent, there could be a scheme or a retrosynthetic approach. In case of engineering patents, there could be drawings. After that, you'll find the description part. And this description part can be related to the manuscript for a publication. This description part can be related to the manuscript for a publication. Here you will find field of the invention, then background or prior art. You need to disclose, like in the publication, you write all the background. So you need to write here the prior art. Then summary of the invention is required. Then comes description of the drawings. Here in the second part, you are only giving the drawings, but description of the drawings goes into the third part. And finally, detailed description. And this detailed description includes the procedures, methods, characterization, analytical methods, support, all information goes into this part. And this entire part is almost all equivalent to that of a manuscript and the supporting information that we prepare for our publications. And then comes the most important part, which is claims. The fourth part of a patent, or the last part of the patent, will be always claims. Claims are like boundary. Claims gives you the right. So therefore, claims are very, very important. And whenever you file a patent, during the examination, patent office will only look into the claims part. They will examine the claims part. They may just go through the bibliographic data, drawings, and description, but mainly they examine only the claims part. For them, claims are important. And there are again two types of claims: independent and dependent claims. As the words reflect, independent, it stands on its own. Dependent claim means it always depends on some earlier claims. So this is how a patent is structured. Now, so this is a patent document as such. I told you about 4 different parts. The fourth part is claim. Yes, this is the claim. And the first 3 parts goes into the disclosure. The first 3 parts are very, very useful for all the public. Suppose if the patent is filed by Dr. Narendrajit Kaur, for her, claims are very important. What goes into disclosure? Yes, it is also important, but claims are more important. For us, who are general public, for us, it is the disclosure which is very, very important to us. Because if I have to practice her patent, her work, I should understand the complete experimentation. For me, disclosure is very important. But for her, claims is very important. Because it is the claims part which brings the exclusive rights to the inventor. Whatever goes into the claims, you will get the right. Suppose something you mentioned in the disclosure, but somehow you forgot to mention in the claim. Then it is gone case. You cannot get any right over the missing part from the claims. So therefore, one has to be very, very careful while designing and drafting the claims part of the patent document. When I say it as a technical and legal document, the first 3 parts are almost all technical parts. A claim is like a legal component. It is the boundary. For your bungalow, you might be having a fencing. The strength of your fencing decides the extent of protection to your property. Similarly, the strength of the claims will decide the protection for your invention. So therefore, claims are like heart of a patent. For us, heart is very, very important. Similarly, claims are for patents. So now, This is the front page of a patent document from two patent offices. The left-hand side one is WIPO office. It is also called as PCT application. The right-hand side one is American patent. First page is always called as bibliographic data. You see here, these are classification codes are there. There is some code that is a classification code. You can see the patent number here. You can see the title here. Here the names of the inventor, applicant names. There are some dates. Yes, there are some country codes. There's abstract. There is some drawing. And if you look into the American patent, again, the title is there, patent number is there, date is there. This is the title here. These are the classification codes. This is international classification code, and this is US classification code. Then the references, then abstract. So likewise, all this information goes into the first page of the document. I know. Followed by the second page comes, which includes the drawings. This is the drawings. Then the other part. So here IPC technology class codes. Here you can see very clearly US classification codes. Assignee. So this is from Suzuki, some company, and inventor name, and this is the title. For coming to the description part, it starts with the field of the invention. So it should describe to which field your invention belongs to. Then the background, which is also called as prior art, followed by summary. Then comes descriptions of the drawings. So here in this figure, there are some numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. Here you are not mentioning anything about their description, but here you need to describe brief description of the drawings. Here you have to mention what is figure 1, what is figure 2, figure 3, likewise. Then comes the detailed description part. So this is how a patent has to be structured. From here, I will show you one more example, maybe a chemical process patent. Again, I have taken the example of American patent, because if I take example of Indian patent, we all know our system is, our practices are not very systematic. So therefore, presenting an Indian patent is generally is not preferred, because it is not structured in a systematic manner compared to the patents from US or Japan or some other countries. So here again, this is the patent number. You also please notice there's a B2 here. In coming slides, I'll also describe why you'll find sometimes B, sometimes A, all these kind of patterns in while you see the patent numbers. And this is the American patent. This is the title. Then applicant is there. Inventor, there are 4 or 5 different inventors. Assignee and applicant, they are the same as I told you. Then application number, field is there. Classification codes are there. Then abstract comes. Then references. This is the first page. Then comes the description part. Because it's a chemistry patent, of course, there is no drawings. Only chemical structures will be there. They all go along with the description. So this is the field of the invention. Then comes the drawings, which are included through the description part. Then the prior art. Then detailed description. Each and every element of your invention has to be described. And if there are any drawings for the structures, if you specifically wish to describe, you can again describe them in detail. And then the summary, followed by the claims. So this is how one has to structure a patent. And when you prepare a document for filing a patent, it should be called as a specification. Like we call manuscript for a publication, it should be called as a specification for the patent. I am preparing a patent specification. So this is the right terminology to use. And coming to the codes, you might have noticed in some patents, you found some A or B, these kind of letters are there at the end of the number. They have some special significance. It is like this. When you find A, it indicates application or publication of the patent application. Patent filing is a lengthy procedure. It has got 3 major steps. The first step is filing. You file an application. After that, within 18 months, it will be published. Then it is called as published application. then it will be examined. Based on the examination, either it may be granted or it may be rejected. If it gets granted, then only it is called as patent. Otherwise, it is just an application for patent. So A means an application or published application. Whenever you find B, yes, this is the patent. This is the granted application or this is the patent. And in some cases, there could be re-granting or reissuing. Reissuing, all these may happen. So you may find E with respect to American patents. And especially in America, they follow a system called as design patents. In India, we have industrial designs like we discussed yesterday. The same industrial designs which we call in India, they are called as design patents in US. So therefore, if you find letter D along with the patent number, it is a design patent in US. Apart from this, you'll also notice only 2-letter indication for the countries. These are called as country codes. And whenever you perform a patent search, along with the number, if you use the name United States of America and then patent number, then the result may be 0. You may end up with 0 results. It doesn't mean that in that particular area there are no patents. It is not like that. There is something wrong in your searching pattern. Please remember, always you need to use 2-letter code for reflecting the country name. So US, GB is for Great Britain, D for Germany, JP for Japan, FR for France, likewise IN for India, CN for China, CS for Switzerland. Each and every country has got 2-letter code. And now from here, I'll just show you the front pages of patents from different countries. Try to notice A or B along with the patent number, and also notice the country codes apart from other aspects. So this is a typical Indian patent. We all know that our system is good, but not to the extent of the practices made by countries like US or Europe or Japan. So therefore, it looks to be little primitive. So this is the patent number, the filing date, here is the title, and this is the inventor names. Likewise, it goes further. And here are 2 front pages from 2 different patent offices. I don't know how many of you could make out from this. This is B2. This is a granted patent. And we don't know which language it is. If you can make out the country, yes, we can find it out. Maybe it is a Korean patent, if I am not wrong. So countries like Korea, Japan, China, and some other countries, they always do their patenting in their language only. They don't do English. They don't make an English translation by their own. On the right hand side one, you can see here AU is Australia, then B2. Whenever you find B, it is a granted patent. Again, you can find the title, publication number, some numbers, priority dates, names, all these things are there. And here comes another 2 from 2 different countries. This is right side one is Taiwan. This may be from Slovakia. You can easily find it. TW is Taiwan. It's a country code. And here you found it is A. A means it is an application or published application. Here also it is A3. It's also an application. Likewise, you can find the title and other things. Then these 2, one is from maybe this is Poland, I think, if I'm not wrong. And this is from Russia, RU. A is there, RU is this country code, this is the application, title, names, and all those things are there. Again, Russians also file in their own language. And look at these 2. KR is there, it's a Korean patent. A is there, it's the application only, it's not a granted patent. And you can find some names, numbers, titles, codes, abstract. Similarly for this. Drawings are also there if any. And there are 2 other patents. This is from UK. This is from other country. And GB is United Kingdom. A means an application. And if you can make out very carefully in the inventors list, this is one of our first patent which we filed. And yesterday I was referring that 4 of our first patent were licensed to Sun Pharma. It is one among them. This work, as a chemist, we have developed these molecules. Then we took the help of biology people to conduct systematic biological studies. Then we filed the patent in 2015. By 2019, the same 4 patents, that means same work filed in 4 different countries, has been licensed to Sun Pharma. And these are 2 more from 2 other countries. Here I just wanted to show you that though at a first instance it appears to be little different in from the front page, but however the content of the front page will be almost the same to whatever country you wish to file, because this kind of pattern will certainly help us in searching for patents related to our invention. These are 2 more from 2 different countries. Maybe you can make out to which country it belongs by the country code. And this is again another one, Cuba. Maybe this is from Cuba, and this exactly I don't know. We have BG, Belgium, I think, if I'm not wrong. It is Belgium. D means Germany. This is Europe. EP is there, European patent. Again, this is one of our patent, a process for the preparation of nicotine. Yesterday I was showing you we have filed about 34 patents. You can find my name also here. This is Pawan Kumar. So likewise, this again B1, it's a granted patent. And there are 2 more patents. This left side one is from China. The other one is from Canadian patent. CA is there here somewhere. Somewhere it will be there. CA, yes, CA is there. This Canadian patent, this is the patent number. A1 is a document, it's a application only. Again, this is a chemistry patent, it is our own patent. And this is Chinese patent. It is present in Chinese language. And here are the front pages of 2 more US patents from our research work. This is left-hand side one, a chemical biology work. Right-hand side one is process for the preparation of nicotine. You can find here all like whatever we discussed, numbers, dates, codes, names, all those are present here. And 2 more works from PCT application. It's called as the international patent application. Again, these 2 examples are from our own research works with respect to chemistry. Whenever you find WO, it is an international application. And there won't be any international patent. International patent grant will not be there. Only you can apply. Application will be there. International application is possible, but international patent is not possible. Foreign patent is possible. Foreign means with respect to one country. But as such, single patent which is applicable for more than one country is not possible, because IP rights are territorial in nature. Each and every country's patent office must examine and grant the patent. So therefore, there is nothing like which is called as a global patent or an international patent or a world patent. But yes, world patent application is there, which is represented by WO. These 2 are world patent applications. A single application, you can claim the priority in different countries, but however, they have to be examined by those different country patent offices, and then they have to be granted individually. And of course, maybe on 14th, one of my friend will be explaining you in detail about these aspects. So now let us look into what are called patentability criteria. Whenever you have some invention, it is not that if you wish to file a patent, you can just make an application so that it gets filed and it will be granted. No, it is not like that. An invention will only be granted provided if it satisfies these 4 criteria, which can be called as NUNS test. The first criteria is novelty. Whatever you invent, that must be new from the existing prior art. That is the first criteria. Second one is utility. It must have some or other use in any kind of industry. And then comes the inventive step. In some countries, this criteria is called as inventive step. In some other countries, they also call as non-obviousness. Both are same. So therefore, whatever invention you propose, it must have an inventive step, and it should not be obvious to a person skilled in the art. For example, if you are a biology person, you have come up with an invention. You have disclosed your invention to me. If I am BSc biology, You are PhD biology, but I am BSc biology. By looking at your invention, if I say, oh, isme kya hai? I think this is quite possible. Na? Anyone can think of. In that case, it is so obvious. So therefore, your invention do not satisfy the inventive step criteria. Even if you file an application, it may be rejected during the examination stage. Always it is better, before you go for filing a patent application, you yourself judge your invention based on these criteria. And the fourth and the most important one is statutes of the nation. Even if your invention satisfies the first three criteria, according to the Indian Patent Act 1970, the inventions listed under section 3 and section 4 are not patentable at all. Even though if they are novel, if it has got utility, even if it has got inventive step, they are not patentable, because our patent law do not allow these kind of inventions to be patentable. Now in coming slides, let us look into those examples. Now, what is the purpose of filing a patent and how you can get some priority or identity for your invention? It is like this. This is your invention. This is the prior art. If you can able to differentiate your invention with respect to the prior art, then your invention may qualify for getting a patent. This has to be clearly mentioned in the field of the invention. And what is the purpose of document or specification? Like we prepare manuscript for a publication, we need to prepare a specification for the patent. Specification provides a path towards your invention. So this is the prior art, this is your invention. Specification provides the path. The function of specification is it provides a path for making or reaching to your invention. Now from here, let us discuss about the guidelines that are present in section 3 and section 4 of Indian Patent Act 1970. According to them, any invention coming under this category that we are discussing here are not patentable. So therefore, in some terms, it is also called as non-patentable inventions in India or criteria for patentability under statutes of nation. Let us go through them in detail. An invention which is frivolous or which claims anything obviously contrary to the well-established natural laws. It is like discoveries. If you have a discovery, that cannot be patentable. Suppose if someone tells, I can develop a machine which is 100% efficient, I think it is not possible at all. Even if you are a chemist, if you are working in laboratory, nowadays people started saying a chemical process about 100% yield, a chemical process which can yield about 100% yield. I think as on today, no process has been reported which can yield 100% product. This is not possible at all. There will be some or other byproducts which will form, and therefore yield will not be to the extent of 100%. Perpetual motion machine or Newton's law of gravitation, all these things are not patentable. Even the time machine, there might be a lot of research going on. If you are from Telugu states, if there are anyone from Telugu states, there was a movie, there was a Telugu movie called as Aditya 369, wherein the hero and heroine, they goes back to the period of Vijayanagara Empire. About 700 years back, they'll go to that time period and they'll enjoy. Is it really possible? Maybe in movie, in film, or in stories, it might be possible. But in reality, it is not possible. If that was the case, I think there won't be any death to any of the human beings or any living creatures, right? Who wish to die? In that case, I want to go back to the times of Ashoka or Purushottam or maybe Shivaji or maybe someone. Then I can live forever. So therefore, these things are not patentable. And then a machine whose primary or intended use or commercial exploitation of which could be contrary to public order or morality, or which causes serious prejudice to human, animal, or plant life or health or to the environment, when they are not patentable. Like gambling machine, device for housebreaking. Then you might be wondering, there are so many JCBs, big cranes are there, which are really used for breaking the houses. Yes, they got patent. But you know, if you just go through those patent documents, nowhere they have mentioned that these devices will be used for breaking of the houses. They have projected them with a positive use, or positive applications. Biological warfare material, terminator gene technology, or embryonic stem cells, all these kinds of inventions are not patentable in India. And then mere discovery of a scientific principle or formulation of an abstract theory or discovery of any living thing or non-living substance occurring in nature are not patentable. The reason is, discovery adds to the human knowledge by disclosing something not seen before but already existing in the nature. Invention adds to human knowledge by suggesting an action resulting into a new product or a new process. Discoveries are already present in the nature. Maybe when Newton was sitting under a tree and apple was falling down, he thought, why is it falling down? Why is it not going up? From there, he gave the theory of gravitation. But believe me, I was also there with him. I was just happy by taking those apples and eating them. Every day I used to go to the same tree, pick up those apples and eat. I did not use my brain to think. So that is how he got all the credit. I have to remain silent. But inventions are different. Invention needs 100% human intervention. That is where they get an edge. Archimedes principle or superconducting phenomenon, all these are not patentable. But if you can develop an apparatus by using any of these principles, yes, they are certainly patentable. And mere discovery of a new form of a known substance, which does not result in the enhancement of known efficacy of that substance, or mere discovery of any new property or new use of a known substance, or of known process or machine or apparatus, unless such known process results in a new product or employs at least a new reagent, are again not patentable. Suppose paracetamol is there. We all know that it can be used for relieving the pain or relieving the fever, right? Temperature. Tomorrow, if someone says that the same paracetamol can be used for treating diabetes. Yes, you can use it very well. You can use it, but you will not get a patent for that because it is a second use. Paracetamol is already known for some use. Second and further use are not allowed in India. Then a substance obtained by mere admixture resulting only in the aggregation of properties of the components thereof, or a process for producing such substance, are not patentable. Look at the example here. Paracetamol is there, which is an antipyretic, and brufen is there, analgesic. Suppose if we are taking both, we have to take them individually. 2 tablets have to take. On one fine day, I got a thought that, how come if I can club these 2 things into 1 tablet? So 100 mg of paracetamol, 100 mg of brufen, made together 200 mg of some new drug. I use it. I claim that, no, your burden is reduced. Instead of taking 2, instead of remembering 2 tablets, now you can take only 1 tablet. Yes, of course, advantage is there. You can very well use it, but you will not get a patent. Because here, paracetamol is doing paracetamol's role, and brufen is doing brufen's role. There is no advantage by bringing them together. Similarly, a soft drink that is only a mixture of sugar and some colorants in water, they are not patentable. But a mixture resulting in synergistic properties of mixture of ingredients may be patentable. Soap, detergent, lubricants, all these are again patentable. And mere arrangement or rearrangement or duplication of known devices, each functioning independently of one another in a known way. A bucket fitted with torch, an umbrella with fan, a clock and radio in a single cabinet, a flour mill provided with sieving, all these are again not patentable because they are just arrangement or rearrangement of the known things. Method of agriculture or horticulture, any kinds of methods related to agriculture or horticulture are not patentable, because there is another act called as Protection of Plant Varieties and Farmers' Rights. These kind of inventions are covered by this act, Protection of Plant Varieties and Farmers' Rights. Whereas in America, there is a system called as plant patents. They have a system called as plant patents. But in India, any methods related to agriculture and horticulture are not patentable. But the equipments used for these processes can be patentable. And then plants and animals in whole or any part thereof, other than microorganisms, but including seeds, varieties, and species, and essentially biological processes for their production or propagation of plants and animals are not patentable, such as clones and new varieties of plants, a process for production of plants or animals if it consists entirely of natural phenomena such as crossing or selection. Again, not patentable. A mathematical method or a business method or algorithm or a patent or a computer program per se as such are not patentable in India. But all these business methods, computer programs are patentable in America, but not in India. Here, whatever we are discussing, it is related to only American patent system. These are not patentable because these are the outcomes of mental process only and do not involve any industrial application or industrial product. Computer program claimed by itself or as a recorder on a carrier is not patentable again. Literary, dramatic, or musical or artistic works or any other aesthetic creations, including cinematographic works, television products, are again not patentable because these are the subject matters of copyrights. So for all these kinds of work, you need to get a copyright. So therefore, you will not get a patent. A mere scheme or rule or method of performing mental act or method of playing game is also not patentable. You might be coming across different schemes for learning language. Learn Punjabi in 30 days, learn Telugu in 20 days, learn Kannada in 10 days. You might have seen, yes, we might have come across. Though they might be very efficient methods, but they are not patentable. Method of solving a crossword puzzle, method of learning a language, method of teaching or learning, or even I am presenting, I am making several presentations. Maybe my presentations are more colorful and depictive, but however, I cannot patent them. I can only get a copyright for them. Novel apparatus for playing game or carrying out a scheme. If you have an apparatus to perform any of these things, yes, that apparatus or device, they can be patentable. And presentation, as I told, presentation of information, whatever manner you may present, that is not patentable at all because it is the matter of copyright. Topography of integrated circuits are not patentable. And an invention which in effect is the traditional knowledge or an aggregation or duplication of known properties of traditionally known component or components are again not patentable. When we discuss about traditional knowledge, it is already there into practice from generations together. So therefore, it is nothing new and it cannot be patentable. However, any value addition using traditional knowledge leading to a new process or product possessing novelty, inventive step, and industrial applicability can be patented. If you do some value addition to the existing traditional knowledge, and by doing that value addition, if you can satisfy the patentability criteria, yes, in that case, you can go for filing a patent. But just for traditional knowledge, you will not get. And all kinds of inventions relating to atomic energy are not patentable at all. By law, all these are not patentable. Even if you file an application, maybe at the patent office counter, they may not reject your application immediately. They may take it, but during the examination, you will get a reply that your invention is related to atomic energy. Therefore, under the section so and so, it will not be. It is not patentable. That's all. Any process for medicinal or surgical or diagnostic or therapeutic or other treatment of human beings, animals, to render them free of disease or to increase their economic value or that of their products are again not patentable. All kinds of diagnostic methods, yes, not patentable in India. Any kind of surgical methods, not patentable. But in America, yes, all these diagnostic methods are patentable in US, but not in India. And as I told, any kind of acts or performances which are contrary to public order or morality, to the health or animal or plant life or to the environment, they are not patentable again. So therefore, here is the summary of the kind of inventions which are listed under Section 3 and Section 4 of Indian Patent Act 1970, which are not patentable. Even though they have got a very decent level of inventive step, they are novel, and they have got very high level of utility. In spite of that, they are not patentable because they goes under Section 3 and Section 4. Frivolous, obvious, contrary to the laws, mere discovery of a new property or a principle, formulation of an abstract theory, the works that are contrary to morality, which are injurious to public health, substances or the apparatus just made by arrangement or rearrangement or duplication of the things, method of agriculture, horticulture, or inventions related to agriculture and others. All these are not patentable. We all should definitely remember these examples before we take a call on filing patents for our inventions. It is the duty of the inventor to establish the patentability of their invention by following these criteria. So from here, in 2-3 slides, very quickly, we'll go through some examples. Look at this. Nowadays, everyone is very busy. We don't have time to talk, sleep, eat, work, right? Only work. So therefore, eating is a big problem. Without food, we cannot survive, but that is very much required. I thought many people came to me, Pawan, you are very intelligent, you are having chemistry, IP, all experiences. Why can't you come up with a very convenient invention which can solve our eating problem, food problem? See here, I came up with the butter stick. You might have seen the Fevistick and lipstick, right? I doubt whether you have really seen a butter stick in the market. If not, then it is completely new, right? It is very new thing. Butter stick. Put some butter there, keep some bread slices. Yes, wherever you wish, whenever you wish, within short time you can have your food. But does it really be patentable? Again, a question mark. Novelty is there. Utility is very much there. Everyone will be very happy. But what about inventive step? Is it really inventive? When I had shown it to you, sir, isme kya hai? Humko to, like we all know, Fevistick is there, lipstick is there. Instead of that material, now you have put some butter. Now you are calling it as a butter stick, and you yourself claim as if you are a very great inventor. So therefore, it do not have any kind of inventiveness. Similarly, umbrella fitted with a fan. It is just arrangement or rearrangement or bringing them together. Look at this. Grandman doing bicycle arranged with some gardening equipment. It is again a arrangement or rearrangement. This even pencil with eraser. Pencil is there, eraser is there. Now we brought them together. Whether they are separate or together, the function is one and the same. So therefore, that cannot be patentable. And look at this example. Pillow with retractable umbrella. Very much useful. And if you see here, there's a patent number. This is already an example of a granted patent in America, US 6711769B1. But if you wish to file a patent for the same work in India, it will be rejected because it is just an arrangement. Pillow is there, umbrella is there, this person is sleeping. So there is no merit, no advantage by bringing them together. There is no special advantage. But in US, it is patentable, but not in India. And look at these. I don't know, I feel many of the examples that I'm presenting here might be entirely new to you all. If you have come across any of these examples, please let me know. Otherwise, I feel all are new examples. See here, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. All these examples are having highest level of utility. They are novel. But when it comes to inventive step, there's a question mark. Do they really have inventive step or not? We have to judge. Look at them. Look at these examples. method of treatment or method of diagnosis, method of playing game, or any natural things that is present in the nature, they all are not patentable. None of these things are patentable. They might be very good. They might be really useful. But according to Indian Patent Act, any of these methods related to diagnostics, medical, surgical treatment are not patentable. So with this, I came to the end of today's session. Thank you very much. And if there are any queries, we can discuss for about 10-15 minutes.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. So I request all the participants, if you have any query, either you can write in the chat box or you can directly ask sir.
Yes.
Yes, or raise your hands. So we have 5 minutes to take your queries or anything about IPR or anything you want to ask from Dr. Pawan Kumar. Especially, I would like to request the mentee institutions, the members from mentee institutions. I think, sir, there are no more queries.
Fine, then no issue. Yeah.
Sir, should we wind up now?
Yes, we can.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your valuable knowledge with us and telling us all about the patent application and the things which are not covered in the patent applications. And we are glad that you have spared your time, a valuable time for us to present this presentation. Thank you so much, sir. And I would like to thank our convener, Dr. Rashmi Sharma ma'am. She is convener KMV IIC, for always supporting us and always guiding us to do these type of workshops. And I am thankful to our head of the department, that is Dr. Manju Sahni, for always encouraging and motivating us. So thank you so much, sir. Thank you once again for sparing your valuable time.
Thank you all. Thank you.
And I would like to request all the participants to kindly fill the feedback form. It is shared in the chat box. And thank you so much for being a wonderful audience and for your patience. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Shashi sir, you can end the meeting.
Yes, ma'am.